Solve each inequality. These inequalities involve a less than inequality. Right? We got a less than equal to there, and then this one has a less than sign. Now to solve an inequality with absolute value involving less than, you first need to isolate the absolute value bars expression on one side. Now we have the absolute value of this less than or equal to 4. So obviously, if this inside is between 0 and 4, it works. But it can also be between 0 and -4, because when you take the absolute value of negative, it turns positive. It can't be past -4, say -5, because the absolute value of -5 would then not work. So when you have a less than or equal to sign, you want to take the inside of the absolute value and set it between -4 and +4 for this one. So for this one, you're going to set it up like this. You're going to have -4 less than or equal to 3x minus 2 less than or equal to +4. So this inside piece is between -4 and +4. Now we can solve this for x by first getting rid of this -2. We're going to add 2 to all three parts here. Add 2 to the left, add 2 to the middle, and add 2 to the right. This is going to be a -2 less than or equal to 3x. The 2's in the middle are gone. And then on the right-hand side, 4 plus 2 is 6. Now we're going to isolate the x by getting rid of this multiplied by 3. We can do that by dividing by 3. So we're going to divide by 3 on all three parts. So then we have -2/3. -2/3 is already simplified. In the middle, the 3's are gone. You just have x. And then 6 divided by 3 is 2. So now we solve for x. As long as x is between -2/3 and +2, it's going to make this inequality true. And since the endpoints are included, if you need to write this in interval notation, you're going to use a square bracket, -2/3, comma, and then 2. And then another square bracket since the 2 is included. We have an equal sign with the inequality. So this is going to be the solution to the first one. As long as x is between -2/3 and +2, including those endpoints, it's going to work. All right, let's look at this next one. This next one, remember, the first thing to do is to isolate the absolute value bars here. So we need to get rid of this -7 on the left. We're going to do that by adding 7 on both sides. All right, so that's going to become absolute value of 1 minus 4x less than 5. -2 plus 7 is 5. The 7's are gone right there. All right, again, we have a less than. So we're going to do this setup where we're going to go between the negative of this number and the positive of this number. This number is 5, so this inside piece, this 1 minus 4x, is going to be between -5 and +5. So you can write that like this. All right, so we're going to solve this one by solving for x. We're going to subtract 1 on all three parts. This is going to be a -6. The 1's in the middle are gone. 5 minus 1 is 4. Now we're going to be dividing by a -4 next, which is going to flip the inequalities around. They're going to become greater than signs. So when you divide by a -4 everywhere, this is going to reduce down to 3/2. It's going to turn into a greater than sign. We just have x in the middle. This one's also going to turn into a greater than sign and -1. So now it's kind of like it's backwards. So x is between -1 and 3/2. You can rewrite it by reading it from right to left. Negative 1 is less than x less than 3/2. That would be writing it from least to greatest. And then if you want to write it in interval notation, this time the endpoints are not included because we don't have an equal sign with it. So when that happens, you use parentheses. So in interval notation, this is going to be negative 1, comma 3/2 in parentheses. That's the answer to the next one here. There you go.